Every crowning at Miss World is the start of a new chapter. A chapter that signals the focus shift from pageant to global outreach programme, focusing on the world's most disadvantaged communities. For the last 46 years, the job of helping people has been the company's main focus, and Miss World has done so much. From delivering aid in times of crisis, to the inception of outreach programmes such as providing fresh drinking water in Haiti, leprosy projects, Operation Hunger Support in Africa, drives for cleft palate surgery in South America. In fact, the global reach of these programmes is staggering. This is the story that's never been told. The story of what happens when the gowns and tiaras disappear and the sleeves get rolled up in preparation for Miss World's Beauty with a Purpose.
Right now you are standing 192 metres above Auckland City. Welcome to Auckland!
The Miss World organization is clearly a platform for all these young women to make a change, to make a difference, and better the lives of so many people.
And today we have two Miss Worlds with us, and we're going to give them an interview.
We have more than 150,000 students every year signed up and using our website. And there's been more than 1 million tutorials viewed in total since 2012 when we started.
I've marinated the chicken drumsticks. I've put them in the oven. She's cutting pumpkins over there. She's a sous chef at best. I'm the real deal.
The final leg of the Miss World Tour sees the team cross the globe once again as they gather in South Africa for the launch of the continent's very first eco-friendly sanitary towel manufacturing unit. Julia Morley's team have worked tirelessly to facilitate this project and have coordinated no less than 3 Miss Worlds to be here in Johannesburg for the official press release.
Rolling is just a few more minutes before the press conference. We're here at Lily Leaf's farm. What is the significance of Lily Leaf's farm?
I think today being here is the perfect place to launch this wonderful Beauty with a Purpose project. And Lily Leaf's farm was a place of liberation where the people of the movement was in hiding and planned their freedom. So it's amazing to be here and to feel that we are planning the freedom of so many young women out there being almost suffocated by certain things that they should not be suffocated by.
What has it been like to catch up with the 2 Miss Worlds? Have they been doing a good job?
Oh, amazing. And I'm so privileged to be getting together for a purpose. Wow, speak of the devils, or should I say angels rather? Hi. Hello. How are you? Hi. Oh, so good to see you guys.
Thank you.
Welcome to my home.
Thank you.
Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be here and of course promoting Manushi's project that had such incredible success in India and now we're bringing it to South Africa and on the most important day, on International Nelson Mandela Day. It just couldn't be more perfect, really.
Yeah, I think he always fought for women's rights and he always believed in health and women doing better when they're given the right kind of opportunities. So it's really relevant on his 100th birthday, and I'm so happy. I never thought that my project would come so far. Like it would cross boundaries and travel all the way from India to Africa.
Yeah, I think we can both say we're very proud of you.
No, we are.
Everyone is proud of you, Manny. But what can we look forward to in the next few days?
Well, lots of excitement. We'll be traveling to the home village of Nelson Mandela, and we'll be establishing the very first sanitary pad manufacturing machine here in South Africa.
We have news just in, guys, because the first 2 sanitary pads have been made in South Africa.
Wow, that is incredible. Oh, wow.
Well, ladies, the media are waiting and we're here to create a buzz, so let's get into the press conference.
The hard work of the Miss World team behind the scenes has enabled them to join forces with the Seco Barbary Foundation in South Africa and Akar Innovations from India to sponsor 2 manufacturing units for the country.
The press conference is just moments away. People are pouring into the auditorium behind me. In fact, so many people have turned up tonight that there might not be enough seats.
Firstly, thank you so much, South Africa, for giving us such a warm welcome. It's my first time here and definitely not the last. Over here, there are a lot of girls who do drop out of school due to menstruation. And being a student myself, I think that is not acceptable. Nelson Mandela believed that one of the 3 reasons why men and women weren't equal was poor menstrual hygiene. and to see my project cross continents and come here to Africa. And the very first machine to be installed in his home village is like a dream come true.
As a woman, as a doctor, and as a Miss World, it is wonderful to be part of people who really want to make meaningful change. We're looking forward to traveling to Mvezo and Tata tomorrow. And thank you for each and every one of you being here. Like Manushi mentioned, the way that we can reach the public is through the media. So thank you for being our hands, thank you for being our voices, and thank you for really being passionate about this with us.
Madiba meant a lot to me because when we first came after the year sanctions were lifted, I came in and worked alongside Madiba. He visited every single person, shook their hand and gave them a message for their leader of each country. And if we can go forward and give every girl in this country the right to go to school without blood-stained dress that she can't get up and turn round and walk out of the room, it's wrong. And we should be proud to all work together, the press and all of us. It's our honour to do this. It's our honour to help South Africa. And then from there, we can help Zimbabwe. We can help everywhere.
Today we are graced with Mrs. Morley's words. And her story inspired me and inspired the many things that we would like to do to be the legacy that Mandela talks about. I didn't realize the project was so big and the issue was so big.
The press conference has been a great success for the Miss World team. Manushi spoke brilliantly on the origins of her vision, and Mrs. Julia Morley gave an impassioned plea to the press of South Africa for everybody to stand up and do their part. We've certainly caught their attention, but our work does not stop here. Next stop, Mvezo, the birthplace of Nelson Mandela.
The team are making the journey from Johannesburg to Mvezo as special guests of the Royal House of Mandela and will take part in the centenary celebration in memory of Nelson Mandela. For many years, Julia Morley and Beauty with a Purpose have been providing support to causes across Southern Africa, from Operation Hunger Support in the 80s to working with the Nelson Mandela Foundation today. It's a fitting tribute that Mvezo, the birthplace of Nelson Mandela, should be Africa's first recipient of this life-changing initiative.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mvezo.
We woke up today around 3 a.m. to board our flight. We were up and ready at 4:15 a.m. in the morning.
Now there's a surprise for Mrs. Morley that she doesn't know. The Royal Household of Mandela have come to the airport to greet us, so I can't wait to see the look on her face. She's going to be very excited.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we are celebrating 100 years of the life of our icon. Please, I say a beautiful woman to these ladies. Please take one of them. He must not live in this country without taking. Let me choose it for you, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm your traditionally praised singer. Take this one. He must belong to you.
That was something, wasn't it? Wow.
Good to see you. Miss World is the broader family that we belong to, and that every time they get an opportunity to lend a hand to Madiba's family, they come to our community and they do real work. We therefore are very humbled and grateful that today they are here to come show the work that Beauty with a Purpose does. It's not about just beautiful ladies, but it's about the commitment these ladies make in serving humanity, and they are upholding Madiba's legacy in doing that.
It's been a fantastic welcome from Chief Mandela and the family, and I think we found a husband for Stephanie as well.
Under the ethereal glow of a beautiful African sunrise, everyone's up early as we prepare for the day's festivities and the beginning of 67 Minutes for Mandela. This initiative, started by the Nelson Mandela Foundation, advocates that people devote 67 minutes of their time, 1 minute for every year of Mandela's public service, to serve humanity and thus take a step towards a global movement for good.
We were up early in the morning and we're ready to do a bit on the 100th birthday of Nelson Mandela.
The ladies are all ready for their interviews. They've got 2 interviews this morning, and after that they will be handing out bicycles and blankets. So they're very excited, I'm very excited to see it, and hopefully it's all going to go well.
The duty is upon us to pick up the baton as the next generation to charge forward and make this world a better place. And Miss World, Beauty with a Purpose, these beautiful young ladies are doing just that. They are about ensuring that they change the world for a better. They do make commitments to various projects throughout the world.
After the obligatory press interviews, the team's first task is to hand out blankets to vulnerable and elderly residents of Mvezo.
So right now we are with all of the elderly people who are going to receive the blankets. It is a very chilly morning, so I think everyone will be so grateful for it. Chief Mandela is here to donate it themselves, and we're privileged to be a part of this project.
Amongst all of this celebration, Manushi and the team are just about to be joined by the former president of South Africa.
Iminyaka 100 uMadiba evelile sihambe nabantu ngalonke ixesha.
In honour of what would have been Nelson Mandela's 100th birthday, the team get involved in handing out 100 blankets to the elderly women of Mvezo and another 100 to the elderly men of the village. The next initiative is handing over 100 bicycles to the high school children from the surrounding area. As we witness the joy that this brings to the school children of Mvezo, the appearance of the presidential helicopter causes excitement as the current South African president, Cyril Ramaphosa, is ushered into the celebrations. Chief Mandela leads the delegation up towards the anxiously awaiting Miss World team, ready to greet the president.
Please, this is Julia Morley of Miss World. And
how are you?
Very well, sir. Thank you.
Well, you're getting younger every year.
The same of you.
Julia Morley introduces His Excellency to the Miss Worlds.
May I have the pleasure of introducing from India, Miss World, who started the program.
And then accompanies him to the grand opening of the new sanitary towel production unit.
hold the president's hand, hold the president's hand.
Yeah, that's right.
Hold the president's hand.
No, I can't cut.
There we go.
Who does this belong to?
The president takes the opportunity to learn about the new facility and to see how this will change the lives of the local women living in the area. This is a milestone for Beauty with a Purpose and the first step in sustainable social welfare, with a clear plan in place to expand this project throughout southern and continental Africa.
Thank you so much for all you're doing. Yes, thank you.
We're very, very proud that the first machine, the ACCA first machine, is here with us. The second one will be in Joburg, but isn't it wonderful that we can celebrate Madiba's 100th birthday and have brought here this wonderful machine and these wonderful ladies now that can be employed, and the pads can go to all the local ladies. So let's celebrate Mandela's wonderful birthday.
The impact of Beauty with a Purpose is once again changing the lives of disadvantaged people. And this project is not only bringing dignity to women, but allowing girls to remain in education and offering employment to the local community. Madiba spent his life fighting social injustice and defending the disadvantaged, so it's a perfect tribute to his indomitable human spirit that we end our Beauty with a Purpose tour at the celebrations of his centenary.
We have come here to say thank you for giving Nelson Mandela to our nation, to Africa, and indeed to the whole world. Siyabulela. Madiba fought for the education of the girl child, for the economic empowerment of women, and for true equality in all areas of life. And Madiba would want us to root out sexism, and that we should respect the women in our country and make sure that they play the role that they are supposed to play in our country.
It all started in India in February, and since then we've travelled 30,000 miles across 6 continents. And after all of that, I now really understand what it takes to be a Miss World. It takes resilience, it takes passion, it takes focus, and above all, it takes the love for what you're doing.
I must also take this opportunity to thank the Miss World delegation and Ankara Technologies. It has been such an honor to work with the organization over the past decades. Your beauty with a purpose has changed the lives of so many people.
Rolling, what legacy did you want to leave behind at the end of your reign?
Barney, I remember that the legacy I wanted to leave was the legacy of health. The legacy of training young doctors who didn't have the opportunity to become a doctor and enabling them to reach for their dreams, and not only their dreams, but enabling others to reach for their dreams. Every Miss World has a legacy. Every Miss World has a passion. And by building on one another's legacies, we create change and we create a ripple effect that makes meaningful change in the whole world.
And what about Manushi?
I believe that Manushi is also building on all of the previous Miss World's legacies. She's focusing on menstrual health in young girls. Through that, she's not only protecting the environment, she's also creating work, she's creating employment for those in the community, and she's creating a platform for young girls to reach for their dreams.
Julia Morley's mandate since 1972 has been to hand over the Beauty with a Purpose platform to the next Miss World and empower them to be the change that the world needs, to step out of their comfort zone and to extend the proverbial hand that offers help to the most disadvantaged.
Julia Morley is, I can't describe her in one word. She's changed my life completely. Of course, I had read a lot about her, but when you meet her, you realize that there's so much more to her. She's the one she's the soul of Miss World. She's given us beauty with a purpose. And not just us Miss Worlds who get to travel with her, but I think she changes everyone she meets. I don't know what, how she's able to do all of this. And sometimes you feel, there are times when even we as young girls, we would give up, or we'd feel like, why are we doing this? But she as a person, she'd always keep going on.
To you all, it may sound like a motto, but genuinely, we get the opportunity as title holders to wear the crown. We get the opportunity to be the face of the purpose and to go out there and experience beauty with a purpose, truly under the able guidance and the quiet channeling of this very positive energy through Julia. So truly, I can't thank you enough for having had this experience so early and to be able to continue it all through my life, still ongoing, and miles to go before I sleep.
Looking back to when we arrived in India in February, the government has completely changed their domestic health policy.
Seeing Manushi making a change and creating a real solution in only 7 months makes me incredibly proud. Manushi really does embody beauty with a purpose.
The support by the Indian government has helped over 1 million young women, and the eco-pad machine installations have been explosive. There are now 35 units in India, 2 in Kenya, 2 in South Africa, 1 in Tanzania, and 1 in Uganda. Globally, Beauty with a Purpose currently has 135 active projects, all benefiting society. With our army of dedicated license holders, we can rest easy in the knowledge that all of these projects are in safe hands. In Indonesia, Liliana is launching her new humanitarian venture, guiding Alia Nurshabrina to produce 2018's project, and Jadidi has now enrolled at university. On the British Virgin Island of Tortola, the Eslyn Henley Richey Special Needs School was found to be structurally unsafe and has been completely demolished to make way for a brand new purpose-built facility due for completion in 2019. Variety International in Des Moines, USA is having fun distributing that $3.7 million to the children of Iowa and have to date supplied 9 buses and vans, over 1,500 bikes, and have granted $1.9 million to 62 Iowa children's charities. The Apai Foundation in Brazil has secured planning permission for the new floor of the centre and is due for completion in late 2019. Their leprosy programme is going from strength to strength, and the team are now working on a new programme to supply coaches to João Paulo II. This will enable the residents to get out into the community and for Donna Maria to regularly meet her daughter. LearnCoach has signed up 30,000 new subscribers in New Zealand, and plans are firmly underway to expand into India, South Korea and South Africa. The South African pad manufacturing units are running at full capacity and are on course to produce 1.5 million pads over the course of the next year, with more machines being planned for installation. It's been such a busy year, and we would have loved to show you all 135 national projects currently underway, but as the 2018 Miss World Final nears production stage, there is a new round of hopeful contestants preparing to head to China, and 135 new projects for us to evaluate and support. Whilst the team are busily preparing for the new show, Julia Morley still has her focus sharply on the charity, and has recently signed a deal with the license holder of the USA to facilitate the deployment of Beauty with a Purpose into every American state from 2019.
It all started 42 days ago in India. It's been a long journey. We've travelled all over the world, and now we're finishing here in Hollywood with potentially the biggest deal Miss World has ever signed in television. What better way to end the tour?
At the end of my reign, I will crown the 68th Miss World. She will begin her Beauty with a Purpose journey, not only with the support of the 67th Miss World, but with the support of every Miss World winner.
In fact, as Manushi's Miss World journey reaches a glorious end, 130 national champions have had their projects evaluated, as only one of them can be crowned the 68th Miss World.
And the winner of Miss World 2018 is Mexico.
The legacy of Manushi is handed to Vanessa Ponce de Leon, Mexico's first ever winner of Miss World. Vanessa now carries forward the Beauty with a Purpose mantle, directing her focus towards her own project of fighting child poverty in Mexico, and then to support the many Beauty with a Purpose projects of the Miss World national winners throughout the world. We will closely follow Vanessa's humanitarian world tour in the next series.
And I won't give up the fight, and you won't give up the fight. So open up your eyes and live right now.
We shouldn't forget that as the winner of Miss World, we commit to these projects for the year that we reign. But Julia Morley lives this every year and has done so for more than 50 years.
Nelson Mandela once said, "We can change the world and make it a better place, but it is in your hands to make a difference." Without question, Julia Morley and the Miss World team are certainly making that difference.